Hey gentlemen, welcome back to Dental Miracle. What if I told you that losing a tooth permanently is not actually permanent? Not in the future, not in theory. Right now, in laboratories around the world, scientists have already grown back complete teeth, with enamel, with nerves, with roots. And here is the part that stopped me cold when I first read the research. Your body never lost the ability to do this on its own. It just stopped. And scientists have now figured out why, and more importantly, how to turn it back on. Stay with me for the next 10 minutes, because by the end of this video, you are going to understand your own biology in a way your dentist has probably never explained to you. Let's start with the reality that most people do not want to talk about. Tooth loss is not rare. It is not just something that happens to people who do not brush. It is one of the most widespread health issues on the planet. The World Health Organization reports that roughly 30% of people between 65 and 74 worldwide have no natural teeth left, 0. And in the United States, the CDC puts that number at around 26% for adults over 65. But here is what surprises most of my patients. Partial tooth loss starts much earlier than people expect. By age 50, the average American has already lost 12 teeth. That is data straight from the National Institute of Dental and Craniofacial Research. And periodontal disease, gum disease, affects 70% of adults over 65, according to CDC data. Tooth decay remains the most common chronic disease globally. These are not numbers I am making up to scare you. These are facts that most dental appointments never really address. But the real damage? It does not stop when the tooth comes out. When you lose a tooth, your jawbone begins to disappear. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Prosthetics found that within the first year after extraction, patients lose up to 25% of the width of their jawbone in that area. And once that bone is gone, it does not come back on its own. The neighboring teeth become unstable. The face begins to look sunken. The entire structure starts to collapse. I had a patient, 68 years old, who told me she had stopped attending family dinners because she could not chew properly anymore. That conversation has stayed with me. This is not just cosmetic research. Published in 2021 from Rutgers University, linked tooth loss to malnutrition, social isolation, and even cognitive decline in elderly populations. So, when someone loses a tooth, we are not just talking about a gap in their smile. We are talking about a cascade that affects their health, their confidence, and their quality of life. So, what do we do about it today? The standard answer is implants, bridges, or dentures. Implants are considered the gold standard. The American Academy of Implant Dentistry reports success rates of around 95% over 10 years. And in many cases, they genuinely work well. But let me tell you what the brochures leave out. To place an implant, you need bone. If you have already lost too much, and many patients have by the time they come to see me, you need a bone graft first. That is an additional surgery, more healing time, and more cost. A single implant in the United States currently runs between $3,000 and $4,500. Full mouth reconstruction can reach $60,000 to $90,000. And even when everything goes perfectly, roughly 10% of patients develop peri-implantitis, inflammation around the implant, which can ultimately lead to failure. Dentures are more affordable, yes, but the NIH notes that denture wearers experience 20 to 25% less chewing efficiency compared to people with natural teeth. They slip, they cause sores. They require constant adjustment. Bridges we grind down to perfectly healthy teeth to anchor a replacement. We are sacrificing good biology to patch a gap. Here is what bothers me most after 20 years in this profession. None of these solutions are biological. They do not have roots that feel pressure. They do not adapt when your jaw changes. They do not communicate with your nervous system. They are mechanical answers to a biological question. And I started to wonder, what if we have been solving the wrong problem this entire time? Here is what almost no dental appointment ever explains. Your body did not lose the ability to grow teeth. It turned that ability off, and there is a specific biological reason why. Inside your biology, there is a protein called usag1. Think of it as a security guard standing at the entrance of a tooth-growing factory. Its only job is to prevent new teeth from forming. When you were a child, that factory was running at full capacity. You grew baby teeth, then adult teeth. Once your adult teeth came in, your body activated usag-1 and locked the gate permanently. But here is the remarkable part. The factory is still there. The blueprint is still written in your DNA, and your adult gums still contain remnant stem cells from your developmental years, cells that remember exactly how to build a tooth. The science just needed to figure out how to send the guard home. In 2021, a team at Kyoto University, led by Dr. Katsu Takahashi, did exactly that. In lab studies, they used a specific antibody to block usag-1 activity, essentially lifting the brake. The result was complete tooth regeneration in subjects that were born without teeth. These were not fragments or partial calcifications. They were complete teeth with enamel, with nerves, with roots. This work did not come from nowhere. Dr. Takahashi's team has been developing this research for over 15 years, and Kyoto is not alone. At the University of Pennsylvania School of Dental Medicine, researchers published findings in the Journal of Dental Research showing that dental pulp stem cells, the living cells inside your teeth, could regenerate, dentin, and form tooth-like structures in animal models. At King's College London, Professor Paul Sharp's group published research in Nature. Communications in 2018 demonstrating that cells in human gums retain a biological memory of tooth development. When exposed to the right biochemical signals, those cells could be coaxed back into forming tooth tissue. In 2023, Harvard's Wyss Institute published research in Cell Reports showing that low-intensity ultrasound could stimulate stem cells in the jaw to begin differentiating into tooth-forming cells. This is not fringe science. This is peer-reviewed research, published in respected journals, backed by institutional funding, happening simultaneously across multiple continents. Let me simplify the mechanism for you with an analogy. Think of your body as a car. Growing a tooth requires two things, an accelerator and a brake. The accelerator is a signal called BMP, which tells stem cells to start building. When you were young, that accelerator was floored. But once your adult teeth were in, your body pulled the handbrake. That handbrake is usag-1. Even if you lose a tooth today, that brake stays locked. Your body wants to repair itself. The construction crew is ready, but the security guard would not let the signal through. What the Kyoto team discovered is that you do not need to build anything new. You simply need to unlock the brake, and the body follows instructions that have been waiting in your DNA your entire life. Now I know what some of you are thinking. If I take a drug like this, am I going to start growing teeth in random places? The answer is no, and here is why. Your body has what scientists call positional memory. It already knows exactly where a tooth belongs. The treatment does not rewrite the map. It just gives the construction crew permission to follow the original blueprint that is already there. You might also be wondering, if this is so promising, why QA not I get it at my dentist's office right now? Because as of 2025, human clinical trials are just beginning. The first phase focuses on people born without teeth, a condition affecting about 7% of the population, to establish whether the treatment is safe. Phase 1 is always about safety before speed. We need to understand how the immune system responds, whether blocking usag-1 could have any unintended effects elsewhere, and whether patients with significant jawbone loss have enough biological foundation for a new tooth to take hold. The science is no longer the question. The mechanism works. We are now in the stage of confirming it is safe for humans at scale. We have moved from asking, "Is this possible?" to asking, "When will this be ready?" So, given all of this, what does it mean for you today? If you are currently in your 60s, 70s, or 80s and dealing with significant tooth loss, I want to be straightforward with you. Implants, bridges, and dentures remain your best current options. This technology is not yet available at your local clinic, but if you are in the early stages of tooth loss, your priority right now is preservation. Keep your jawbone healthy, maintain your gum tissue, treat periodontal disease aggressively, because the patients who preserve their jaw structure today are the ones who will have the best foundation for regenerative treatments that could be available within the next 5 to 10 years. You are essentially saving a seat. And the bigger picture is even more exciting than a single tooth. We are already seeing parallel breakthroughs in regenerating tooth enamel using engineered peptides, regrowing gum tissue using stem cell therapies, and rebuilding jawbone using natural growth factors. For over 100 years, dentistry has operated on one core philosophy: replace what is lost. We are now entering an era built on a completely different idea: remind the body of what it already knows how to do. Stanford is investigating heart tissue regeneration. Johns Hopkins is studying how to regrow spinal nerves. The Mayo Clinic is exploring cartilage regeneration for arthritic joints. Tooth regrowth is not just a dental story. It is the proof of concept for an entirely new kind of medicine. I will be honest with you, I have an implant surgery scheduled later today. I will still perform that procedure, and I believe it will genuinely help that patient. But the conversation in dentistry is changing, and I think you deserve to be part of it. Your body has not forgotten how to build a tooth. The blueprint is still in your DNA. The factory is still standing. The only thing that was ever missing was permission. We are no longer asking if we can regrow the human body. We are only asking when. If this video changed how you think about your dental health or about what your body is actually capable of, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. This is Dental Miracle, and the story of your teeth is far from over. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.